What's up everyone, my name is Marcus. Welcome back to my channel, Twisted Barbell. If you're enjoying my training vlog so far, please hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you're enjoying my material. So we're in week 4 of the TSA program. And this day 1 starts with squats at 4x6. And for me at 74% intensity, the load ends up being 220 pounds. And this day was actually pretty good, although there's some struggling, but I felt good. And I actually took my last set to failure, as you'll see on the next rep. And that feels good to know that I gave it everything I had in the tank. So the next exercise is bench press, and this is 4x6 to 7 at 75%. So the load ends up being 185 pounds. And I'm feeling really good on the bench. So far, I'm enjoying the program. I have no qualms with it. I'm adding in some additional exercises as I need, and it's helping me out with the volume. So the next exercise in the program is incline bench at 4x9, 8 to 9 RPEs. I'm upping the load to 120 pounds. It's feeling great. My shoulder's feeling good as long as I'm warming up adequately prior to really getting into it. And then the next exercise is machine rows. Here I'm upping the weight again to 150 pounds for 3x9. with an 8 to 9 RPE. And once again, I'm actually getting much better at targeting my RPE. So I'm enjoying that aspect as well. Here I'm doing another lat pull exercise that I enjoy doing standing. And here I'm using 60 pounds for 3x9. This is an extra supplemental exercise that I'm adding to the program just to increase the volume a bit. I finish off this day with hanging leg raises, 3x9. And at my body weight of 225 pounds, these are still relatively tough for me. I think I actually do 3x12. But anyway, moving on to the next day, day 2 of the program, we start with deadlifts. And these are pause deadlifts, which I'm feeling much better at right now, to be honest. This is 4x4 at 7 RPE, and the load is 180 pounds. I still feel like I could stand some improvement, and I've been trying different formats, different techniques, if you will, just so I can get the exercise down to its comfortable range of motion for myself, but that only time will tell. So the next exercise is bench press. This is 3x8 at 175 pounds. Bench is no issue for me. I'm feeling really good here. There are incremental steps that I'm taking and making progress, and so I'm happy about that. The next exercise is barbell hip thrusts, and this of course is also increasing a weight. This is 170 for 3x8. I actually feel like this was undershot for my RPE. This is really more of a 7 to 7.5. So I think the next week I'm going to actually increase the load a bit. Next exercise is tricep push downs, and these are 3x9 at an 8 to 9 RPE. Here I have increased the weight to 70 pounds, and I think this is right on target for me. So moving on to the next exercise, we have seated incline dumbbell curls, and this is 3x9 at 8 to 9 RPE. And here I'm still using 35 pounds, which if I'm not mistaken is 5-pound increase from last week and the weeks prior. Either way, this is feeling good. I'm targeting the RP pretty well with this. As I've mentioned in the past, I like to finish off most of my workouts with face pulls. So I add this in as a supplemental exercise, and I do this 3 sets at 15 repetitions, which ends up being an 8 to 9 RPE. And here I'm bumped the weight up to 55 pounds from the previous 50. So moving on to day 3. Day 3 was a bit of a struggle for me with the squats, as you'll see with some of these sets after the warm-up set. You see there's a bit of a wobble at the beginning. The increase in weight is only 5 pounds from my PR of last week of 225, and you see those additional 2.5 pound plates there. But I guess I was a little bit weak this week, and this was kind of a struggle for me. But nonetheless, I did get all the sets in with all the reps, but because of the fact that it was a bit wobbly, I added in an additional 5th set, and I did that for 3 reps. So I felt good about adding in a little bit of volume to the squats and hoping that moving into week 5, my strength is there to keep increasing that weight. So the next exercise is lat pull downs, and these are 3x12 at 8 to 9 RPE. And here I've also increased the weight up to 125 because the 120 was still fairly easy. And this felt really good, but by the time I got to the third set, that was really a last set RPE of about a 10. So here I'm on one arm dumbbell shoulder presses, 3x10. And this, I bumped the weight up again to 40 pounds. So I'd say about 80% of the exercises I'm doing, I've been able to increase the load. So I'd say that I am definitely making progress, and this TSA program is definitely not a waste. It's definitely worth it in my opinion. So if you're considering a different program, I'd definitely suggest looking into it. So once again, I'm finishing my skull crushers using the cable pulley system, and that has been feeling good. Next week, I think I'll go back to the easy bar curl for the skull crushers. But here I'm using easy bar curls, 3x12 at 8 to 9 RPE. And here I've increased the load 5 pounds. That's what the additional 2.5 pound plates are for on there. So the load is a full 55 pounds, and that felt great at that repetition. So moving on to day 4, it's deadlifts. Here it calls for 4x2, but I did 4x3 or 4, and the load was 210 pounds. So I'm feeling good. I'm adding extra volume into some of the areas where I've either struggled or I want to make sure I increase and progress in my load capacity. The next exercise for the last day is 3 count pause bench press, and this is 4x4, and the load is 175, and this is feeling great. I have no problem with the pause count. I've sped it up a little bit here just for the sake of shortening the videos. But the next exercise is Bulgarian split squats, and these are 3x8, a little bit of a wobble still. I still use a 35-pound kettlebell, even though it doesn't call for that, but I like to add weight. I'm trying to gain some strength, and this exercise is great for that burn, for my quads, and even the hams. So I'm pretty happy with the program overall, feeling stronger throughout. My range of motion is smoother for the most part. I'm definitely making gains. You can probably see some of that. I'm feeling much better overall. I do appreciate the structure that the program provides as well. And if you've been enjoying these training vlogs, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. The second to last exercise, I believe it is, for this day 4 are leg extensions. And here I improvised using the cable pulley system with some ankle wraps and the leg roller, and this felt pretty good. First time doing that, a little bit of awkwardness to the motion, but I think I got it pretty well. This is the last exercise, dumbbell shrugs with the full 52.5 pounds of dumbbell sets. So again, making progress. I appreciate you joining me for this training vlog. Stick around for next week, week 5, where it's going to be a deload week. Thanks again.